The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him did I beside still water them, him restoreth my soul. Him did I that a part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, my cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, Kadamawe, Gromabe, Atela, Higzag Beer, Tana Istalina Bashante, Shante, Shante. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we only do it for one condition. Yes? On one very solid condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. It's the Black Pot, and in every African home, every traditional African home, there is a Black Pot, and each time this Black Pot sits on the fire, something super sumptuous is cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas, and even flavors gather, subjected to some good amount of heating, produce some good amount of food for the family's nutrition. Here we do the same. So many different ideas are brought into one place. We combine all those ideas and bring out the best after vetting for the development of our nation, our continent, our people. It is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Now today we have a number of issues we're going to look at, and we're going to limit that to 30 minutes of the show, right? So remember to click on the like button. At the same time, share this broadcast and then pick up our numbers scrolling on the screens right now and do business with us. The more you do business with us, the more we prosper. And of course, the more we are able to pay our bills. I want to say thank you so much. Next year will be time to establish our own TV and radio station, and we certainly would need your help. Start doing business. Yes, with us now. We will need your help. No two ways about them, man. Now we are streaming live on Facebook and also on YouTube. We have been warned earlier that YouTube might not be very stable. But wherever it is, we are still checking it up, and we are live on YouTube and also on Facebook. Let me get to know from you how the stream on YouTube is going. And of course, that on Facebook. But for now, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And my name, Tamed. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is that wonderful Black Pot. And this is that Black Pot, ready to serve you nothing but sumptuous food, full of nutrition. First story, my youth. Run it, my youth. Now, the very first story we are looking at today says Akufo-Addo, daughter in state capture. When we say state capture, is stealing from the state. Stealing lands, using the power of incumbency to steal from the land. That is what is called state capture. What belongs to the state now has gone into private hands by the power of incumbency. That is what is called state capture. Nana Addo and daughter, are they in this thing called state capture? And who is alleging? Who is telling us that it is Nana Addo and his daughter who are engaged in that? Of course, Ablakwa. He's an honorable member of parliament, and he's made it clear time and again that he is anti-corruption. And I am so happy about what he has done so far. He is alleging that the president and his daughter are involved in state capture, stealing and usurping state lands. Run the story, my youth. Watch this. Ablakwa fingers Akufo-Addo, his daughter, niece, in latest state capture expose. Run it, my youth. Now, the member of parliament for North Tongue, Sabolo Kujato Ablakwa, has fingered President Akufo-Addo and two of the president's family relations in his latest state capture expose. In a post shared on social media on Monday, December the 23rd, 2024, the MP indicated that Lands Commission documents he has intercepted reveal the sketchy circumstances through which some state lands holding properties currently owned by one of the President Akufo-Addo's daughters, Edwina Akufo-Addo, and his niece, Adeline Akufo-Addo, were acquired. I'm going to take it again, but come back. So we'll get a true understanding of this. Now, in a post shared on social media on Monday, December 23, 2024, the MP indicated that Lands Commission documents he has intercepted reveal the sketchy circumstances through which some state lands holding properties currently owned by one of the President Akufo-Addo's daughters, Edwina Akufo-Addo, and his niece, Adeline Akufo-Addo, were acquired. I think we can make a general sense out of it. The grammar is not very straight, but that is what it means. The president and two of his family members, one being his daughter and the other one his niece, are involved in stealing state lands. How? Run it, Mayo. Now, according to Ablakwa, who was recently appointed chairman of the preparatory committee of President-elect John Dramani Maham's anti-corruption policy, Operation Recover or Loot, ORA, the documents indicated that the land holding, the properties owned by Akufo-Addo's daughter and niece are still state property. For the land holding, the property supposedly owned by Edwina Akufo-Addo in Somnam restaurant, the MP indicated that there are two conflicting documents on its land ownership. Now, in the case of land occupied by Nsomnam, the Lands Commission has two conflicting records on the same piece of land. Following an 8th September 2024 formal search application by my oversight team, the Lands Commission issued a search certificate signed by Elder Echo Edwards, Assistant Geomatics Engineer, dated September 10, 2024. Now, the search certificate with job number, blah, 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 indicates that the Nsomnam land, which covers 1.19 acres, that's 1.46 hectares, a state land acquired under certificate of title dated August the 23rd, 1894 for Hausa Reserve. This particular search certificate also states that there is no plotted activity, he wrote. He added, strangely, another formal search on the same Nsomnam land carried out earlier on the 21st of August 2024 produced a different outcome. This time, the Lands Commission official search certificate with job number, blah, 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 and signed by the same Elder Echo Edwards presents the following contrasting history. State land acquired on August 23, 1894 for Hausa Reserve leased to Johnson Watin Sribo for 99 years by government on the 3rd of June 1969. Mortgage dated 26 February 1970 from Johnson Watin Sribo to Barclays Bank, DCO. Dash it away. Now, my brother, what is really happening? It looks like this government is bent on stealing everything that belongs to the nation. Do we truly love our nation? Is it still about our nation, or is it about being comfortable in opposition? In fact, when we are in power, it is time to satisfy all our fantasies. Food that we couldn't eat when we're not in power. Flights that we couldn't afford, now we afford them. Because the money is not coming from our pocket, it's coming from the state coffers. Do we love our nation? Should we continue shooting and killing these people one after the other, those that are unpatriotic, like we did in the days of Rollins? Or should we be more humane and throw them into prison? Or should we just embarrass them by taking them to court and making everybody know that they are thieves? What should we be doing? It hurts me, my brother. One day, my children are going to walk up to me and ask me what I used the power of the microphone to achieve when there was wanton corruption in my days. I should be able to play back all these tapes and let them know that this was what I did. But is this enough to be able to stop corruption? Of course, it will open your mind. It will let you get to know exactly what is happening in our country. But that in itself is only an advocacy. The change starts with us. Nobody should sit and say that until he gets into power, he can't change anything. I can change things without being a government official. I do not desire to hold a government position before I am able to do things. I do not need any politician's dirty money. I need clean money. My brother, if everybody can say this, I don't see why we will be corrupt in this nation. Now, one of the biggest problems we have in this nation is that we don't care the source of the money. All we care about is the money. It doesn't matter where the money is coming from. It could be coming from hell. We don't care. We have it now and it's time to blow it. It looks like we have swallowed too much that cliche of a proverb or a saying that the end justifies the means. Therefore, we don't care about the journey to the means. We only care about the end. We are not interested in the means. We are only interested in the end. So at the end of the day, when I retire, society will be looking up to me to see how many houses I have built. Society will be looking up to me to see how many cars I was able to have whilst in power or whilst in active service. Society will be looking up to me to see how comfortable I've been able to make my family with my service to the nation. Society is not interested in how many people have been able to inspire to become better people. Society is not interested in how many people I have been able to put on a better pedestal, and now they are working on their own and making money. They wait until I die before they come and read dirges and long speeches in front of my dead body. How many people are reasoning with me? They are not interested in how hard I worked. They are interested in what I was able to amass in terms of material things. That is why Nana-Addo and his daughter are supposedly, allegedly involved in this so-called state capture. Sir John did it. If Sir John had all that he did, then Nana Akufo-Addo should have a triple or even a quadruple or even more. Dirty officials in power. They don't have the common sense of patriotism. They are thieves. Sometimes I wish Rollins was here to shoot and kill all of them, one after the other. Humiliating death. But decency will not allow me to endorse that kind of thing. So all I can say is, what is our justice system doing if our morality has broken down this far? I go to America. They are not as religious as we are, yet their morals are far higher than ours. I don't see American people going to their offices and stealing. They don't steal street lights. They don't break into people's homes and steal. It doesn't mean we don't have some 1 or 2 instances happening. Of course, I see murder on the streets of America once in a while. My brother, my sister, there is rape. There's also stealing. But in our country, we have officialized it. If you are a government official and you don't steal, you are a fool. If you are a government official and you don't have a fleet of cars and a number of houses, you must be a useless government official. So we encourage our officials to steal. Hey, Mr. President will come out. His family will come and insult him. When you were president, what did you do for the family? Were you able to build a house? Were you able to buy us cars? Were you able to let us fly into the white man's country? They are not going to ask him, what did you do to improve the livelihoods of Ghanaians? Your primary concern. What kind of a people are we? Are we idiots or we are statues? I honestly can't tell. Let me retire right now. Hey, my children's friends will tell them that Wambobra. He didn't do anything to achieve anything. He was only shouting on radio and TV. They are not interested in the millions that have inspired to become better people. Neither are they interested in the several millions that have been able to put on a better pedestal. They are not interested in the many people that I have fed, many people that I have also paid school fees for. No, they are interested in landed property that I have and a fleet of cars that I have and how much more money I have in my bank account. For a Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian, that is what means achievement. Well, I'll end by asking one same question that I ask every time. What was the achievement of Kwame Nkrumah? He didn't have a house in his name. There wasn't a car in his name. Even the clothes Nkrumah wore, they belong to the state called Ghana. Where therefore is the achievement of Kwame Nkrumah if today all we are interested in is house, car, bank account, fat one? Nkrumah, it was his last salary that was in his GCB bank account. Yes, Ghana Commercial Bank. His last salary. They said he was corrupt. They went into his account and realized that only his salary, the last one, was in there. He didn't have any foreign bank account. Oh, what a man. Did he have a car? How many people would like to be Kwame Nkrumah? Nobody. Say, Kwame Nkrumah here. That's what they will tell you. I should go and be Kwame Nkrumah and be poor. They are not thinking about the millions and trillions of people Nkrumah inspired. They are not interested in the trillions of people Nkrumah continues to inspire, even in death. They are interested in the Dangotes. They are interested in the despites. They are interested in the rich people. Whether their riches is coming from drug sales or coming from sheer hard work or some other such thing, they don't care. All they are interested in is he has money, material things. It's a dangerous generation. It's a very dangerous generation. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonomo. I hope the state authorities bring Nanado here. Nanado told us he was too old to steal. Nanado told us that he was too old to steal, yet he sat down, the old man that he claims he is, that he truly is. His cousins are doing the bidding for him. Data Bank collected our money in their droves by making sure that we are totally indebted every now and then. So the commission comes to them. This man will go down in history as one of the worst presidents Africa has ever had. Very nepotic and at the same time very careless and unpatriotic. I don't want to say any further. Time will tell. Do you have a photo of the daughter? It's sad. My brother. This is the daughter who is in the news. My father is the president. Oh yes. And many people will approach her and say, if your father is president, then by now you should be flying some private jets and doing ABCD. President's daughter, you are wearing this shoe. No. You should be asking her role in transforming society, not how much her bank account should look. That's our way. Please, the authorities, I trust you. Oral, I know you're going to do a good job. Ablakwa and the rest of them. It doesn't matter who is corrupt. The truth is one. Nobody is bigger than the truth. If it means we should put them out for life, let us put them there. We will make sure we go to the prison to tease them and insult them in the interest of the nation when they are in there. It's a black pot, aka Koko, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey! Way! Wayo! It's a black pot, aka Koko Show, and here we speak truth to power. I, as president, will never initiate or support anything that has to do with the legalization of homosexuality. A few months later, he went out for treatment in the land where homosexuality has been accepted. And he came home dead. It's time to know who our enemies are and who our friends are. It's time to be truly independent. If we claim we are independent and our food is still coming from the kitchen of our enemies, our healthcare is still in the hands of our enemies, what have we achieved? Is that independence? Or Mickey Mouse independence? Is the black pot. Make sure that your comments keep coming in. I hear YouTube has an issue. It's not going through. Many people have complained. All right. Pick our numbers and do business with us. Shall we look at the next one? Yamin, Ndc Gangster Tamed. Who is Yamin? You know him, right? I have admired this man in the past, you know. Yes, he's in the Ashanti region. He's a stalwart of the NDC. But one day he made a comment that put me off. In fact, I think on 2 occasions I had to descend on him and talk. The first one was when it was time for some football activity like that. And he said they were flying only their party members to wear chair. Because the other party that came in did the same thing. Tit for tat. That's what he said. Well, we had the opportunity to talk about it. But this is the man who, with his team, did a lot for Oral right there in the Ashanti region. He's a mafioso. You could call him a gangster, but gangster for a good reason, right? His name is Yamin. From his complexion, you will know that he's mixed blood, right? But this guy is a proud Ghanaian in one way or the other. He just needs a little bit of the smoothing of the rough edges, and he will be as patriotic as we would have wished all politicians should be. Run this one. NDC's national organizer allegedly leads mob to seize bullion bars at PMMC's RASTA Center. PMMC's RASTA Center. That's the man, Joseph Yamin. Run it and listen to the story. Now, the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, PMMC, has noted that an accident occurred at the National RASTA Center, located at the Avian's Cargo Terminal, involving the national organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Joseph Yamin. According to a statement by the PMMC, Yamin led a mob to forcibly attempt to seize bullion bars being processed by the PMMC for the Central Bank of Ghana. Now, the said incident occurred on Tuesday, December 17, 2024, from 4 p.m. That's 16 hours GMT, lasting till about 12 midnight. So from 4 till midnight, that's about 8 hours of action. Wow. Even the Dodowa war between the Ashantis and the people of Accra did not last this long. Now, the bullion bars in question were part of the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, which is a key initiative to strengthen Ghana's gold reserve and bolster the country's economy. Flip quick. Now, the PMMC revealed that it had to involve the police after several hours of standoff, after which it was agreed that the bullion bars be moved to the Greater Accra Regional Police Command for safeguarding until the matter is resolved. The PMMC noted that the private exporter, who is duly licensed to carry out gold exports, was also affected by the disruption. It described the event as unfortunate, adding that it disrupted lawful operations and created unnecessary tension. That's it away. My brother, remember we told you about gold bars that were seized from a bullion that was supposed to be shipping that to Dubai. 400 kg of gold. Initially, it came out that it was 240, but the true weight is 400 kilograms of gold, raw gold, polished, beautiful gold. It came out that Nana Akufo-Addo and his ilk were trying to smuggle that out. Now there is a response. The PMMC said it was official. They were only carrying it to the airport for onward delivery to their Dubaian customers, as agreed, lawfully and legally. Now, we don't just come with a thing like this. Find me the photo of Mustafa Bande. Mustafa Bande is the assistant to Joseph Yamin. My brother, my sister, I placed a call to him and I asked him, Mustafa, the first time I heard about this gold, it was through you. Now you tell me, what is the official position on this? And Mustafa Bande said, listen, they are not speaking the truth. I placed a call personally to the PMMC boss, and he denied that there was any gold that had been processed and was leaving the shores of the nation. Twice I called him, it's Mustafa Bande. He told me there was no gold, nothing. And when our intel finally saw the gold leaving PMMC, we had to intercept it to prove to the PMMC and their bosses that the lie that they told had been uncovered, and this was the truth. There was actually gold coming out of the PMMC. My brother, who is at fault? Who is speaking the truth and who is lying? Now, the good thing is that all eyes are open, quang, quang, ready to deal with any kind of corruption. I am also happy that the gold has been sent to the police for the police to safeguard, so that when matters are resolved, the gold can now leave the shores of this nation legally, peacefully, and documented. To Mustafa Bande, Joseph Yamin, I want to say congratulations. Listen, they have been able to intercept several bags of fertilizer meant for poor Ghanaian farmers and are being kept allegedly in party custody, NPP custody. Tractors have also been seized, a lot of them. According to the videos we saw, more than 1,000 tractors that are meant for farmers are rotting up in some party custody. We like to see all this, but it shouldn't end when the NPP is out of power. It should continue. Come here. It has to continue so that we will see exactly where the fight against corruption is going. And I trust that you will do that. It doesn't matter who is corrupt. Corruption is corruption. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshodomo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. We will also be reading your messages. Hey! Way! Wayo! It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshodomo, and here we speak truth to power. Shall we see your comments via Facebook? And again, we are not able to stream on YouTube because YouTube has an issue. Millions of people say, "Why, Godfather, welcome on board. Watching today's show live from Tongo in the Upper East region of Ghana. Special shout out to the mother of Zamtoran, Big Six, Mateni Beatrice, Duabil, and all the massives listening to our live broadcast. Mateni, Beatrice, Duabil, and all the massive and crew. Love and respect inside Tongo. Kweku Armstrong says fire. Alexander Tikal Odoko says keep the fire burning. Kuchoko King. Saben says more fire. All right? 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 So we expect that you send some more comments so that we'll be able to read them. We apologize. We are not able to stream on YouTube. YouTube has an issue all over the country. We are unable to do that any which way. After this, we shall upload it on YouTube. Yesterday, we uploaded the program onto YouTube and took off the one that was jacking so that you'll be able to watch it peacefully. So go back there and watch it and share the broadcast. It's the Black Pot. Shall we look at the final story? And we are done. WAEC refuses to release results over cash. What is WAEC? The West African Examinations Council, right? I went through WAEC. A lot of us went through WAEC. Some of us feared WAEC, and some of us loved the same entity. In fact, I remember there was a day I was in Accra in a trotro. The trotro went in front of WAEC. I looked at it and I told myself, this is the outfit that decides the future of the Ghanaian youth and beyond. And if you read the book by Afari Hassan, I don't know if he's still alive or he's passed on. I wish he was still alive. He was a very good friend of mine. We used to call him Grandpa. He wrote a book called Christmas in the City. Beautiful book. And he also mentioned the West African Examinations Council in that book. If you're able to find it, read it, because that book is out of publication right now. Yeah? Yeah, the Paysetter series. I wish those series will return. Very powerful books. I read a lot of Paysetters. Afari Hassan, he lived at Medina. His son used to work at GBC. Please, if you know where he is, get in contact with me, please, and let me know so I can go and pay my homage. Afari Hassan. Oh my God. The Hassan is spelled A-S-S-A-N. Yeah, Hassan. Or is it, I think it's one S, A-S-A-N. Afari Hassan. All right. So what's WAEC saying? Run it, my youth. Watch this. Watch this. And this is the Ghana Education Service for immediate release. And this was released only yesterday, the 23rd of December, 2024. What is it saying? 2024 WASC result and university admissions. Now, the 2024 WAEC results are delayed due to the government's outstanding financial obligations to WAEC. Unlike last year when results were released on December 18, this year's batch will have to wait longer, possibly until 2025. WAEC attributes the delay to incomplete post-examination processes, which cannot be finalized until the financial issues are resolved. That's it away. And this is from Cassandra Chu Ampofo. She's the public relations officer. I like such press releases. They are calling a spade a spade. The government hasn't paid, so we cannot release it. We need to go through some processes and we need money for that. The government was busily campaigning. All the money was going to the campaign. Charles is also saying, and by Charles we mean a conference of heads of assisted secondary schools. They are also saying they won't allow the schools to be opened on the 3rd of January because money has not been paid them. They need money to be able to run the schools. So how are you running the country? Every time we are crying. Yet you have enough money for campaign. You have enough money to fly around the world in private jets. Wicked people. Well, to the students who wrote, it looks like you have to wait longer. In fact, I sympathize with you. Better still, I empathize with you. And I pray that your wait should not be in vain. The results will come and favor you. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshodomo, where we speak truth to power. And we are going. Do we have any messages? Abu Bakar. Oh, okay. This is Abdullah. We see innocent says great mind. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukwejo says watching from Saudi Arabia. Good work, Blakk. I will lead NDC to reclaim all state lands from these guys if they win power. Kennedy Japan to NPP. Did you hear that? Kennedy Japan said he will lead the NDC to reclaim all state lands. I trust him. Trust that he will do this. I will call him and ask him when he's starting. Hey, Wahab Dimala says my favorite program. Thank you so much. Bright Tojo says good evening, watching you live from Abidjan. Keep feeding us with the truth. Wish you good health. Thank you so much. We bless you. I'm supposed to be in the Abidjan next year for Tikenja Fakolis Africa Music Festival. Yeah? Africa Reggae Festival. Michael Amuzu says, God richly bless you, brother. And bless you too. I appreciate you and I love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kokoshodomo. Our numbers are still rolling on the screen. Do business with us. We love you. God bless you. Hey! Way! Wayo!